भक्ति वेदांता स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषाय शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासति गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So text 29, third chapter, Bhagavad Gita. Prakrite guna sammudaha sajjante guna karmashu tan akrishna vido mandan Krishna vinna vichalayet. Bewildered by the modes of material nature, the ignorant fully engage themselves in the material activities and become attached, but the wise should not unsettle them, although these duties are inferior to the performer's lack of knowledge. Now this is a shloka. Previous shloka to this, we know the famous shloka where Krishna talked about how people are entangled by the material mode. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti. Correct? In the shloka, very nicely Krishna explains this point, that whatever we do, actually, it is pushed by the modes we have acquired. Okay? All of us have acquired by our own misuse of freedom. Just like a rainwater is pure. Correct? If it falls on the ground, it becomes dirty. In the same way, all of us are good sons of God. But having come to this world, we all acquire different kind of infection. Okay? That is the tendency. Now, whenever you see somebody behaving in a particular way, it is because of the infection he is having. Originally, he is good son of God. So Krishna is saying, you peacefully execute. Actually, Krishna doesn't want. Why Krishna is telling him not to approach such people? Because Krishna doesn't want you to waste your time. Another thing is, Krishna is always protective for his devotees. Why? These people will simply disturb you. You go, they will shout at you. Correct? You go, people are doing some big adambara, big religious functions they do, so grand. You tell them, why you are wasting so much money? This is mercy. So many times we see grand arrangement people do. There is something called karma kanda. And people are mostly attracted to karma kanda activities. Karma kanda, jnana kanda, kevala vishera bhanda. It is just pots of poison. But instead of pure devotional service, people are very attracted to the grandly to do karma kanda activities. The Vedas, the major portion of the Vedas is only karma kanda. It's very intelligent because people are interested only in that. Karma kanda means this is punya, this is auspicious, this will make your life good. And people are very interested in that. Big pujas they do. They are no interested in devotional service to the Lord. In 99% when they do that function, it is to show off to the sea. So much money I have spent. I gave in silver plates, I gave food to people in golden plates. So very rare it is people are interested in Krishna consciousness. But those who are on the path of Krishna consciousness, they should not try to disturb them. There is a reason actually. Unless somebody is submissive, we should not teach him anything. Correct? Is there any use? He will only become more angry. Suppose they go to somebody who is not submissive, he will become more angry. So generally it is good not to give any upadesha to him. Be silent. I want to teach something valuable, but person is not respectful, so I can't teach. So we should become silent. In fact, when I came to Krishna consciousness, I remember, I used to go to meet some friends and they all know now some change in him. All the friends, suddenly he's chanting Hare Krishna, he reads Gita. All friends come to know. Hare, what yaar, now you don't come for eating meat, you don't come for parties, you don't come for movies. What happened? So you start discussion and it used to always end in a fight. Fight means, shouting. I don't know. The reason is, Krishna is telling here, because at the end you are also disturbed and he is also disturbed. No achievement, correct? When you give food to somebody, you should be able to digest. You give more than what he can digest, he will vomit, correct? He will have loose motion. So similarly, Upadesha is given according to the capacity. And rather, you may make him offend the Lord. Sometimes what happens, we go to people and we say, please worship Krishna. Oh, what is you? Your Krishna does Ras Leela. And then we get angry. What you say? He says, he you say. And then, end of it, correct? So it took me a lot of time. Even when I joined as a devotee, I used to go, the big temple was coming up in Bangalore. So I used to go to meet people. And instead of him giving donation, I used to come out of the house and he's shouting behind. Not only that, once one person came to temple. It was about, Aarti was about to happen, Darshan Aarti. One nice husband, wife, very pious looking was standing. So I approached them. It's very nice, you should come. And we have Gita class also in the evening, morning we have Bhagavatam class. But Swami, you people only talk about Krishna. I am a Shiva Bhakta. So I told him, no, Shiva is a servant of Krishna. And he said, how do you say that? I said, that was Gita said, that was Bhagavatam said. No, there is so many other Purana, Shiva Purana is there, this is there, that is there. I said, that is all there, but this is the supreme, and that is limited instruction, and you have to read it carefully, and the guidance of Acharya. Correct? Just like I am supreme, suppose you are supreme. In your house you may be supreme, in the city there is no value. Correct? You got it? Now in Karnataka somebody may be supreme, but in India who cares for it? He is the ordinary citizen, but in Karnataka you are special. So like that, I was trying to explain to him. He became angry and said something. I also said, what you tell, this is not like that. He went away out of the temple without taking darshan. That is what Krishna is telling. You should be careful when to open your mouth or what to tell. So Krishna consciousness is so vast, we fail to be a preacher when you don't know what to tell first. Therefore, it is better that those who are not mature in preaching, Prabhupada used to say sometime, first you be convinced properly. Because preaching is not a joke, it's an art. Correct? There are some people who say, oh, no samskaras anywhere, and they become silent. They are one extreme. They don't preach. So that is one level of instruction Krishna has given here. But actually, the same Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita that there is nobody as dear to me as one who presents his message to the devotees. And they will never be more dear. Correct? So Krishna indicates this is his greatest desire. So Prabhupada used to say, now how to reconcile these two things? One side Krishna is saying, don't tell this message to people who are not interested. Correct? Other side is saying, you will become dearest to me if you tell this message. Now how do you reconcile this? And then he said, give this message to the devotees. So then we also do like some sampradayas do, only among their jati they talk, rest people they don't talk only. In fact, the situation is such that their own community people also don't listen to the Guru. It's like a namesake, a rubber stamp. Some people told me recently. So the point is, and the Guru was also given up. Anyway, what is the use of telling? Because if I tell you will not follow, aparadha will happen. Because Guru aparadha happens. Guru agya should be followed. If I tell you don't listen, so better I don't tell only, I become silent. So the Guru has stopped teaching even his community. First they said outside the community, people are outside, they have no samskara, no need to teach. Even disciples have stopped listening. So he said they also have no samskara look like. He simply sits and chants and is silent. No. So how do you reconcile? Looks like Prabhupada used to say, therefore, he gave an answer. We have to do double work. First we have to make people into devotees, and then we have to teach them Krishna consciousness. We have to do double work. That is one way. Other way is that we have to expose them to Krishna consciousness in careful way. That's preaching is therefore an art. Anybody can be convinced. Correct? First we're talking about basic things. Just like when anybody comes first time, what do you tell him? You don't tell him about Krishna's Vishwarupa or Krishna's Ras Leela. He can't understand. What do you tell him first? Chant Hare Krishna. Correct? Krishna is Supreme Personality. You take shelter of Krishna, chant Hare Krishna. We are not telling anything more because he can't handle it at that time. And as a person starts chanting Hare Krishna, he starts becoming a devotee. then at that moment we can tell something more. One by one we can give more input based on as his capacity to. Prabhupada says you can understand Krishna according to your capacity. Correct? We have been developing all this every Sunday morning. According to, correct? You can eat according to your capacity. You can eat 1 kilo. But a small child, give him 1 kilo, he can't eat. You have to give him little. Correct? And somebody maybe they are huge, he can eat 20 kilo or 10 kilo he can eat. There are some people who can eat this much. We can't eat. Our stomach is small. So different. The same way, according to the capacity of a person, we should reveal Krishna consciousness. That is an art. Otherwise, follow the shloka. Keep silent. Because you will simply, somebody, what happened, he went for book distribution. And he came to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada, the person became very angry and he shouted at me. So Prabhupada said, if that happens, you are nonsense, your preaching is also nonsense. Prabhupada said that. So it is not that, because Acharya has ordered, make everybody chant Hare Krishna. Make everybody read my books. Prabhupada order is there. So what we should do? We look at people, see who is qualified, not qualified. No. We should know, even the most unqualified man, what to tell him. And true, every rule is an exception. If you see somebody very offensive, leave him. Don't. We should never get into a argument, because by argument nothing can happen. Even Gita was not spoken to Arjuna until he surrendered to Krishna. Correct? So when somebody is submissive, we can talk, and also we should talk as much he can handle. You give something small and let him digest that. Let him understand that, and he will come back to you. Yeah, it was very nice. Then you give something more. Correct? Just like a doctor you are. Somebody patient comes to you, but faith is very little. Okay. And he tells you what to do. Chant Hare Krishna. Chant the names of Lord. Read Bhagavad. Some basic thing you tell. He take the medicine, goes, he benefits. He comes back to you. Now you give more medicine. He'll keep coming to you. You don't have to run after him. He'll keep coming. But the point is this, that it needs an art what to tell the person. Until we have understood that art, we should better not meet people, because dvanda happens. Somebody went to Prabhupada, people start fighting. Prabhupada says, first you become convinced. It is like this. Suppose that has happened to me actually. When I was in my college, one very nice devotee used to come, Rasraj Prabhu. And he used to give amazing, he's an expert, as far as my analysis, the best devotee who can do scientific preaching, exemplary. Unlimited knowledge he has, beautifully presents. And I used to be so impressed by his class. Okay. And then I used to go back to my hostel. And then I used to tell everybody, oh wow, unimaginable this. He's a very wonderful, powerful devotee. And I used to tell, but all my friends used to jump on me and I used to get confused and forget him also. So that is what Krishna is telling. When you are yourself, faith is immature, you better keep to yours. First you make your faith convinced. Instead of going to everybody and telling everybody, you say, I just heard something, let me first understand. Then I'll tell you. When you yourself half understood, when trying to convince other people, you get confused. So better be silent. So sometimes you also are not ready to talk to public. Sometimes the public may not be ready. So it has to be very careful. The point is, both should be qualified. The guru should be qualified, the disciple should be qualified. Then the transmission will happen. If the disciple is Buddhu, guru can spend whole lifetime not understand one line. If the guru is Buddhu, disciple can hear him for hours, he will not understand. Both should be qualified, then the thing will work. Correct? If the boy is young, girl is young, then child will come. If the boy is sick, then child will not come. If the girl is sick, then the child will not come. Correct? We know that both should be qualified. The same way in spiritual life also, we should meditate. And we are so fortunate actually. We are so fortunate to come under shelter of a great Acharya, Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so Guru is over. Now it is for us to become qualified. Because we should actually, whole our day should be absorbed like that. Prabhupada ordered me to get up. That only you can get up. You cannot get up on your own. Adesha should be there. Mind will say, no, sleep, no. Acharya Adesha is there. Get up. Then you're chanting, Acharya Adesha is there. Chant nicely. Okay? Prabhupada used to say, just don't do Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. do feelingly, do nicely. So Acharya, every moment you see Adesha should be there. Because something Prabhupada says very nicely, he says that our nature is to obey an order. We are actually servants. So it is better to become servant of Krishna. You are servant, you cannot change that. If you don't become servant of Krishna, you will become servant of your mind, you will become servant of your wife, you will become servant of your children, you will become servant of so many things. Sometimes people is servant of dog. One family there, in a day 20 times they bring the dog. The servant of dog. You are servant, you are not master. Correct? If you don't accept service to Krishna, then you search for master. And then you accept somebody as a master and a servant. We have to serve. Our nature is we have to serve. We can never be master. We are always servant. You look, actually carefully look, we are servant only. If there is nobody to serve, we take a dog and we serve him. They say, I have got a pet dog. He's simply naam ke vaste. He's serving the dog whole day. He's bringing food for the dog. He's washing. He's whole day serving the dog. We have to serve the master. So Prabhupada says, why not serve Krishna? He gives a very nice example. Hira or Khira. Suppose you steal a Khira. Khira is cucumber from a shop, maybe 10 rupees. Or you go to a jewelry shop and steal Hira. Punishment is same. Because theft, according to section 1, doesn't say amount. Theft means 6 years jail, that. So if you have to steal, why not steal Hira? Because punishment is same. Correct? So you have to serve only. Why not serve the Lord? Who is the greatest? Why serve chatapatta people? Why not serve the Lord? And you can serve other people. You're not saying in connection to the Lord, not independently. Just like Gandhi, we always give example. Try to serve his countrymen. They say not satisfied and shot him dead. So if you try to satisfy anybody, they'll never be satisfied. After 20 years service also, they will say, what did you do? Like that. You say, so much I did. They will not even recognize your service. Krishna, once you go and give a tulsi leaf, will not forget for crores of birth. So such a great, he is actually, Prabhupada says very nicely, we didn't hear this line before. Prabhupada says, actually Krishna is fit to be the greatest master. You know, it's not, we need a master, but you see all masters are unqualified. I am serving them, Kripana Durajana, they are so miserly, they can't even reciprocate properly. Krishna is actually so many full of qualities. He is naturally fit to be a master. Got it? We need a wonderful master. We are all looking for a master. He is actually the best master which is possible. It's not that Krishna is God, He is a maintainer that's there. He is actually fit to be the master. Naturally fit to be the master. So compassionate about His servants. So much reciprocating the service of the devotees, correct? So affectionate. He is fit to be the master. Full of wonderful qualities. So we should unhesitantly serve Krishna. Now in service to Krishna, we have to do things carefully. Krishna said preach. But Krishna is not telling here, be careful. Preach, but you go to some house, tuck, just like they are doing Harinam, going house to house. At some house they say, get out. So what do? You start arguing, how you say get out? Wasting your time, correct? So therefore we have to be careful. This is art actually. Because there was once a time, Prabhupada, who were the best book distributor, they told Prabhupada, you can train other devotees. Prabhupada said, that is nice, you can do that. At the same time, Prabhupada said, always remember, preaching is heart to heart. There is no formula in it. You have to pray to the Paramatma in the person's heart when you're talking to him. Lord, please let him accept your message. I can only repeat your words. I can't create a new message, correct? We have no power to do that. Neither we should do that. But you are sitting in his heart. Please inspire him, bless him, so that he can accept your message. So that it should be. There is no technique in preaching. There is a technique. There is a technique. Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhagavad Gita ki.